Ideal Matriculation Higher Secondary School. Good morning, my dear students. Class 7th Standard, Subject English. Today's topic is on Monday morning. Thomas Sayer, the title character of the Mark Twain novel The Adventure of Tom Sawyer in 1876. He appears in the three novels by Twain: Adventure of Huckleberry Finn, Tom Sawyer Abroad, and Tom Sawyer Detective. Tom Sawyer is a boy of about 12 years of age who resides in the fictional town of St. Petersburg in about the years 1845. Tom Sawyer's best friends include Joe Harper and Huckleberry Finn. Here the fictional town, it means a town created by the author. It's a false town. It was created by the author. Yes, let's start the session. Monday morning found Tom Sawyer miserable. Monday morning always found him so because began another week slow suffering in school. He generally began that day with wishing he had no holiday in between. It made the going into prison again so much worse. Tom lay thinking. Presently, it occurred to him that he wished he was sick. Then he could stay home from school. He examined himself. No sickness was found, and he investigated again. In this passage, the author says, on Monday morning, Tom was unhappy. Every Monday morning, he felt unhappy because he went to school for another week. So he felt sad. He thought that the day began with a holiday. If it was not a holiday, the day would be worse. He thought that it was a jail. He mentioned jail here is a school. He lied on bed and started thinking. Suddenly, he got an idea. He planned that he was sick and then he stayed in home instead of going to school. He checked himself whether he was sick, but no sickness was found. He tried to find it, but it was failed. Next passage. This time he could detect stomachache, but it soon grew feeble and presently died wholly away. He reflected further. Suddenly he discovered something. One of his upper front tooth was loose. This was lucky. He was able to begin to groan as a starter, as he called it, when it occurred to him that if he came into court with that argument, his aunt would pull it out and that would be hurt. So he thought he would hold the tooth in reserve for the present and seek further. In this passage, the author says, now he had found a reason. He planned to say that he had a stomachache, but it never grew feeble, and finally it completely faded away. At the time, he found that his upper front tooth was not strong enough. So he decided to tell the reason to his home. He started shouting with pain, but he was careful in it. If his aunt knew that, he would come and pull the teeth out. So he waited for a good opportunity to execute his plan. Next passage. He asked, nothing offered for some little time, and then he remembered hearing the doctor tell about a certain thing that laid up a patient for 2 or 3 weeks and threatened to make him lose a finger. So the boy eagerly drew his sore toe from his upper sheet and held it up for an inspection. But now he did not know the necessary symptoms. However, it seemed well worthwhile to chance it. So he fell groaning with considerable spirit. But Sid slept on unconscious. Tom groaned loudly and fancied that he began to feel pain in the toe. No result from Sid. In this passage, the author says, he waited patiently to offer his action. Suddenly, he remembered the hearing of doctor said to the other patient. He told to him to cut the finger if he troubled more. He hesitated to start his act. He thought that it was work, but there is no symptoms of pain in his toe. Finally, Tom felt groaning with great courage. He started moaning, but sipped deeply with unconscious. He groaned louder, but the result same. Sid did not respond. Here, pant. It means a deep breath. Exertions. It means a work. Fetch. It means stake. Tom was panting with exertions. By this time, he took a rest and then swelled himself up and fetched a succession of admirable groans. Sid snored on. Tom was aggravated. He said, "Sit, sit," and shook him. This course worked well, and Tom began to groan again. Sid yawned, stretched, and then began to groan. She said, "Tom, say, Tom." No response here. "Tom, what's the matter, Tom?" And he shook him and looked in his face anxiously. Tom moaned out, "Oh, don't sit, don't shake me." "Why, what's the matter, Tom? I must call auntie." "No, never mind. It will be over by and by. Maybe don't call anybody." "But I must." "Don't groan so, Tom. It's awful." "How long you been this way?" "Hours och." "Oh, don't still so sit. You will kill me." In this passage, the author says, Tom refuses to call her aunt. He said that it was cured soon, but Sid told him to call her aunt and told not to shout loudly. It was terrible noise to hear. He asked how long you had been troubling in pain. He shook him again. Tom answered that he was suffered more than 1 hour and also requested not to shake him. He said that he was going to kill Tom whilst it was shaking frequently. Anxiously, it means interestingly. Stir, it means mix. Yes, let's see the next passage. "Tom, why didn't you wake me sooner?" "Oh, Tom, don't. It makes my flesh crawl to hear you." "What is the matter?" "I forgive for everything said," groaned. "Everything you have ever done to me when I am gone." "Oh, Tom, you aren't dying, are you?" "Don't, Tom. Oh, don't maybe." In this passage, the author says, Sid asked him, why didn't he wake him early? He also asked him what the problem was. Tom told him that he was forgiven for everything done to him early after his death. Sid shocked to hear this and said that you are dying. He advised not to worry and you aren't dying. Next passage. I forgive everybody, said Ron. Tell Am, so said, and Sid, you give my window sash and my cat with one eye to that new girls that came to town and tell her. In this passage, the author says, Tom said that he forgave everyone in our home and also told him to hand over his window cloth and a one-eyed cat to the new girl came to the town. Dear students, I hope you understand this session. If you have any doubts, ask me after understanding this lesson. Thanks you for watching. See you in the next video, part 2. Thank you so much.